What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nonfiction. This is Real Fan Sports. This is my co-host Zach. What's good with you, sir?
Yes,
How you doing?
sir. Doing good today, baby. Ready to check out another great video. What you got planned for us, Nan?
Well, this is a video. We originally did a video that talked about the crowds for sports overseas and how rowdy and how crazy it can get. So
Right.
one night working on a few thumbnails for our channel, I ran across another video that actually talks about the same thing, but from the point of view of the basketball players from
Ooh.
America that go overseas.
Okay.
So I
I'm
figured it'd be
intrigued.
interesting to watch from that point of view because who else to really understand what it's like than from them? Because they come from our type of environment. It will help us understand what they experience because we probably experience the same exact thing.
I couldn't agree more. Well, let's go ahead and get right on into it.
Let's get it.
Hate it or not, this is real shit. There's no atmosphere like
Josh
Ireland.
Powell, Hines, Mike, is that Martin?
A little marching band intro.
Y'all know I love the flares and the smoke.
Tel Aviv.
And I'm talking about, bro, I done been in finals, I done been in big game sevens, I done been in whatever you want to call it, bro. I've never played in anything other than when you play at the hood for the pro am. That's another story. But
Yeah,
I've
it's a
never
little
been
different.
in an environment like EuroLeague, bro.
Being in Europe playing in front of those crowds, I've seen videos of those crowds being tough. Is that what gives you the experience to play in front of NBA type crowds and be able to withstand trash talk? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's some really tough crowds
That didn't even
in
look like
Europe.
Luca at
I think
first.
I know
especially
he looks thin right there,
Greece,
man.
Yeah,
Serbia, Turkey. I think those are the three like really tough crowds to play in. It's hard to listen to your teammate right next to you because they cheer so loud.
And so I walk in the
that's
gym
so
in
crazy.
Belgrade, and I'm talking about 2 hours before the game, 2.5 hours before the game. It's full, like not a seat
Two and a
nowhere.
half.
Everything black.
That's
Hold on.
crazy.
Two and a
That's
half hours
crazy.
before the game.
Two and a
Yo, I
half. You might
normally
be at 25% capacity.
Yo, 2.5 hours before the game, I'm normally like just rolling up in the car. You know what I mean? Like I haven't even stopped and got gas yet. Like I'm just getting in. I'm not like I'm.
Man,
Yeah, and that's early enough to beat the traffic. At least where I'm at. I
yeah,
know in like LA
yeah.
it's a little different, but like
True, true.
to sit there 2.5 hours early and just chilling, vibing. All right,
And
That's a
white.
different type of
They
environment.
no doubt.
singing, you
Yeah.
can't hear. And I'm like, man, I'm trying to get some shots up, but like it's just dumb loud in here. Like I had my headphones on, I couldn't even hear the music in my headphones. I was
Oh
just
my
like, I'm just take
god.
these jokes off.
Wow.
So get the warm up in, we go out there, we play, and I mean, just the introduction. The game hadn't even started yet. The introduction was so live, like it was something that I had never seen before. And it's just like, and I've been to Maryland, in America, man, you have some of the greatest fans ever, but it don't come close to what you see over here. Don't come close. I
Jeez.
mean, you would be uncomfortable in a crowd over there.
Yeah,
Like you guys have been over there, but like for people that haven't been over there, you would be uncomfortable. You would be like, I don't feel safe.
That's actually like hella interesting. That like
Yeah, yeah,
you know, if you've never experienced something like that, your casual sports goer, you know what I mean, would
Yeah,
be hella
yeah.
uncomfortable, or even just players would be uncomfortable to be in the crowd because it's just how rowdy it is.
yeah. Because we're not used to that. We've been trained to go into a place in the beginning of the game. Yeah, you conversate, you might meet some people, might take some pictures, but you're not rowdy. That's not how
No,
we were trained to be in arenas. We weren't trained that way.
not at all.
So
No, you go in, get your seat, get your popcorn, maybe a little chicken
yeah,
plate, you know, a little beer, and you just sit down and relax. You kick your feet up. Normally, I'm like placing my bets whenever I walk into the stadium. Like I'm not even thinking about yelling and cheering yet. Like you know, if
not
VI
me,
and the
not
thing
me
is,
either.
you'll have the guys come out for warm ups, and like you're not even really cheering. You might see one of them knock down a big shot or do a big
Yeah,
crazy dunk during warm up, and you might get a woo, but no one's paying attention except for like you and maybe a handful of others. That's it.
exactly, exactly. So very true.
And it's the exit. You'll start looking for the exit. And then you probably still wouldn't even get there.
Yeah.
It's like that. Like these games get really intense.
I was in a situation where I'm walking into the gym, and it's a rivalry game, and one of the fans from the other team spit right on my face, dog.
Oh no!
Now,
Hell no!
the man that I am
Yeah, I was about to say.
says automatic. This we got to handle this. Period. Right? That's just the man that I am.
Yeah.
Knowing the situation and me having some kind of awareness of how this works, I went just like this.
You gotta
bro.
be smart.
Bro, I went just like this. I wiped it off of my shoulder and kept it pushing.
You already know. Pushing.
Man, I wiped it off of my shoulder and
Russell
kept it pushing
Westbrook
like it
would
didn't
never.
happen.
Like it ain't nothing. It was
like,
Wouldn't make it
yeah.
out alive.
those kind of situations.
Could you imagine like Meta World Peace getting spit on like that, bro? Before Meta World
Bro.
Peace.
That'd be his first and last game in one of those arenas.
Man, that might be his first and last time ever seeing daylight outside of a chain fence. Cause
Pretty much.
that dude crazy.
This is crazy to hear
You
those
gotta be
stories.
smart, but this comes to being
Right.
socially aware. You know, common sense ain't that common. Who really got it in their mind that they gonna go up there and then they gonna get
Facts.
the person that spit on them.
Nah,
Listen.
you're gonna have to handle everybody in that section.
You gonna go there, you gonna get beat down.
If you live,
You ain't stand a
won.
chance, he
Yeah.
said.
Yeah,
Because you might get stuck.
Yeah.
you gonna get stuck.
Yeah.
You gonna get to how it was with Indiana and Detroit when they had the mouse in the palace. You know, and they went up in there,
There
and
you
not to
go.
highlight
There's a
anything
reference.
negative about those guys, but
Yeah.
they went up in the stands. You know, they handled their business. I can tell you like this: if they did that in Europe,
No, it wouldn't go down like that.
whole situation.
It would've
Because
been-
I mean, you don't just got 10, 15 fans that you're trying to get at.
No.
You got a whole gym.
yeah.
You got to understand it's the
Yeah,
whole
the
gym.
whole
It's not just
gym.
one.
That's the crazy thing
A
about it's like you say, you
whole
don't have 10 to 15 fans that might be trying to like push and shove you with it. It's no, you're gonna get ganged up on. Like everybody in that section is coming.
Everybody, because once we're like we might be rooting for you, but once you offend one of our countrymen, it's a problem. It's a problem
Right.
for all of us. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it. It's a cultural thing. Like here, if me and you at a game and somebody says something to you, I got your back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the person sitting 2 hours away, they ain't got
Give a
nothing to do
damn.
with it.
Yeah,
don't
they
care.
just pulling out the phone. That's all they do.
Yeah, they
You know,
wait for
maybe-
security to come and take us
May-
out.
Yeah, maybe someone nice is like, hey, can we someone get security down here? You know, that'd be it. Yeah, you true.
But that's it. Yeah, I understand what he's saying though.
Yeah.
Section.
Indiana was on
Whole-
the road. Think about on the
It's
road.
not, it's not enough police. There's not
No.
enough security. It's
Oh,
not
that's what
enough.
caused
If it
it.
really
Wait,
breaks
I
down
got
in there, if it really
the
goes
elbow.
down,
I don't even feel like enough security would make a difference.
No, not in those games. No.
No, I mean,
not in those
because that you know, it's certain, especially in some that we've seen, you know, they're defiant, especially towards like their government and their rulers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
They aren't gonna stop. Like they'll just fight for their life. Like the
Yeah.
security ain't gonna stop it from happening.
Well, it's like think about it like this: when we see, like in the, I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time, but when you see some old videos of soccer videos, when the refs make the wrong call, and that stadium comes down and chases him throughout the entire stadium, he's got to hop a fence, and the security is trying to protect him, and there's not enough people. It's just not enough to protect him.
Not
It's
at
the
all.
same situation. Same situation.
I had situations, playing in Panathinaikos, the Olympiacos Panathinaikos rivalry, man. I done had situations where I done had to haul ass off the court.
Yeah.
Haul ass off the court.
Yeah,
get
that's
to the
exactly
locker
what he said. I gotta go.
Somebody get in your way, man, run over them. It's not no stop. I'm not stopping till you get in the locker room. Like a gym of 17,000 people, you talking about you taking on one of them? Nah, you taking on 17,000. You're going to catch 17,000 boots to the face. You just got to be smart in situations.
Your
Yeah.
admiration for the Maccabi fans and, the type of atmosphere that, that it is for people that have never been, to a game there, what it's like.
I mean, it's tough to describe without being there. Like I try to describe it to people, like my friends back home, like they've been to games but never a EuroLeague game like that. And it's tough to describe without being part of it because it's not something. At least me and my friends, playing Division III, we don't have this. Like
Especially in Division III, ain't none compared to
it's
it.
not just noise. Like they're watching.
Yeah,
They're on every
even the
call.
smaller arenas.
I mean,
rowdier fans.
D3. I mean, you kind of lucky if you got the first like 10 rows filled up. You might be lucky for that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
on every sub. They're watching the bench. They're watching during timeouts. You know, they're in the game with you. Before start until after finish, you know.
And I think this year when we played there was by far the loudest.
That game was crazy.
The crazy was crazy, bro. It was like I couldn't even hear. Like that was by far the loudest. Probably one of the loudest arenas I've been in my career, and the loudest by far that I've seen it there.
Thing there on purpose because I wanted to let you finish, but like, man, like Greece is the craziest fans.
You know, we saw a bunch of Greek places in the videos that we've checked out.
We were playing PAOK in the 3rd and 4th place game, which is like some people call it like the real championship of Greece, because every year it's either like, you know, it's going to be Olympiacos or Panathinaikos, so it's like that 3rd, 4th place is like the 3rd place is like that's the championship for all the other teams. So we were in that, and we were playing PAOK in our city, and they didn't let any of the fans in, the opposing fans in those arenas, but we went to PAOK, and it was like game 3 or 4 or whatever it was, and man, they threw one of those flares into our huddle, but it was one of those flares that explodes at the end, right? Like the firecracker ones, and it was like an M80, and that thing exploded in our huddle. They like shut down the game. We ran out through the tunnel, and it was just like, it's the wild.
That's crazy.
So they didn't allow fans of the opposing team to come in because they knew they would throw flares and do all this craziness, bro. And like you got you know, the Rams who in the playoffs. And basically handing off their tickets to 49ers fans. They don't give a damn. They have no real fans. They're not even allowing them in.
That's wild right there. That's hella wild.
Oh yeah.
This thing ever, and like, it was like the same game. I think like they were spitting on us, throwing those like the, you know, you see those streamers, and people think I used to think it was like toilet paper, right? Like, oh, it's just toilet. It's like receipt
it's like
paper
we were talking about,
right? Like with that hard spool in the middle. Yeah, and like sometimes what they do is they don't take the tape off it, so it streams. It's like a rock. And I got hit in the nuts in the warm up line, like, you know, like, and they were like, "Whatever you do, don't go down, don't go down." I was like,
Dang.
It honestly wasn't even fun because it was like, this is like just dangerous.
Dude said, not even fun. It's just dangerous. That dude was really contemplating life. Like, I got hit in the nuts and I can't go to the ground. Like, I can't even count them. I don't even have time to do that.
You can't even like just get your composure. You got to just keep doing a layup drill. Heck no. That's
we played one game there and they were having a TV strike. So we played, and all of a sudden a bunch of guys in masks just came and knocked down all the cameras in the arena. And I'm just looking, and everybody's just like, nothing happens. Like, they literally jumped down, took all the cameras, smashed them on the ground, and left. And everybody just like, it was like normal. I'm like, this is insane. Like, does anybody see what I just see? Like, experiences like that. I mean, like, I think anybody that has played in Greece, like I said before, they have a story. They have, like, you know, a wild story about something that happened.
You know, hearing this, it makes you like again, still, I would love to go and like be a part or at least experience it in person. But like when you hear some of the stories like this, where they're just destroying property and breaking cameras and like all this, it's kind of like, okay, now I kind of see why we have some rules. I wish we could be a little more lenient, but like, man, I couldn't imagine going to a sporting event just like, all right, they watch who I sit next to because I don't know if they're from the opposing team. Like they might just get mad at something I say, they say, and everything just goes crazy or buck wild, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like you said, it's for us. Just because I think that if we went that route, it would be a lot worse because there's a lot of people here that are shoot first mentality type people. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have. I think it would be a lot worse. I just think it would be worse. And so it's probably a good thing that we are in this trained mindset. Even though I wish that games were more, not necessarily rowdy, but more exciting rowdy. You know what I'm saying? Where the fans
like, you know, more. I mean, more interactive. You know, more interactive. I would say.
Candace, you play overseas where the atmosphere. We've heard stories.
KG.
Oh, what's the wildest you've seen in a
Okay, so Turkey.
Candace, KG, and Gary Payton.
If you're Gala or you're Fenner, it's like real.
No, what's a Gala and a Fenner?
So Gala Tesserae and Fenerbahce are two clubs that are rivals
Those are
in
Boston
Turkey.
and
They're in Istanbul.
Lakers?
Probably worse because they're allowed to
Oh, wow.
throw. So they light coins on fire and they throw it on the floor, and it'll burn holes like in the ground. So much so that
What?
if it's a regular season game, the other team's fans aren't allowed to go. So if it's a Fenerbahce,
That's what they were just talking
Gala
about.
fans aren't allowed to go.
Gary
Only
Payton,
guys
like,
they're
what are you
allowed
talking
to
about?
Gary Payton's at a
played-
loss.
Yeah, they have
Why would you want to go
They
play?
have
Gary Payton's
said-
face says it
He
all,
said,
bro.
why would you want to go play there? Well, you know what, GP? Not everybody can go to the NBA, so they try to live out their hoop dreams, and that's the only place to go is the EuroLeague.
Right, and women get paid more playing for other
Yeah.
countries too. You know?
Yeah, true.
I mean, you talk about
Yeah.
Candace Parker, who's one of the like legends of the WNBA, living
Yeah,
legend
she's-
that we're
she's
witnessing,
considered
still
the
playing.
Jordan of the WNBA.
Like she was the first WNBA player that I like truly watched when I was younger. She came from
Mhm.
Tennessee, and like just her being able to dunk was like the most phenomenal thing. And like I
Yeah,
watched her
true,
game, and I was like,
true.
damn, she is great. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And she's got to go to another country to play to make money, to make the checks flow in. You know, pay the bills.
Yeah.
What are they paying here?
This, like, you know,
He's like-
this is
he's
thinking
like-
face, bro. He's just trying to think, bro. Look how big his eyes are getting.
Yeah.
Like it is
You get
nothing
hit
like
by
They had a
the
chicken wire. Yeah, I went out and played one time, and you remember David Shinches?
Yeah, I know.
Big
yeah.
Dave
Yeah,
Shinches?
yeah.
So we went over to Bormio, Italy like that, and they had chicken wires where they could throw bottles and stuff in the beer and come over so they wouldn't hit you. And then we had glass and stuff behind
You
our
had to sit in the
bench
thing.
because they used to spit on you.
No,
And
it's
they
for real.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
not a
I remember
game.
that. I
And
remember
don't
that.
go, like, if you're a Fener, like, I played for Fenerbahce. Don't go if you're Fener across to, like, Gala McDonald's. Don't go.
That's a problem?
It's like a problem.
Oh, like across
Yeah,
the
like,
street.
you just don't go
Yeah,
to that
yeah.
side of town. Like, it's real life.
You said don't go to that
I
side of
can
town.
play
That's
in the
crazy.
Gala Fener.
It's like Bloods and Crips.
Right, right.
I played in Gala Fener EuroLeague when they were throwing stuff and whatever, but they were throwing fire on the floor. They had to stop the game. It was crazy. They had
What
storm
the heck?
guards. It was
That's real.
crazy.
What
Yeah,
the
no,
heck?
Stuff that we see.
You
at
gotta have a
soccer
straight
games.
military force
real.
to hold down the games, bro.
That's real.
Your family is Gala.
Yeah,
Your
that's
grandfather, your great grandfather.
Yeah,
is Gala.
and that's what a lot of
or
people have told
Fener,
us. Like
whatever.
it's through the
Yeah.
it's through the heritage, man.
So
You're
much
born
different
into it.
overseas. There's so much tradition. There's so
all
much.
that.
There's
cheering.
no like we've definitely seen. Oh yeah, born in Louisiana, but I'm a Cowboys fan, or I'm a Patriots fan. You know, like that.
Yeah.
That don't exist. Like it doesn't seem like it,
Yeah,
at least.
no.
Like it's common out here.
overseas.
It's common.
Not overseas. That's crazy.
But I think here, they, you know, in the NBA, it's, you know, the tickets and everything is.
You think if you were a fan of like another team, like your parents would like just like get rid of you, bro? Like
Oh, if you're over there, if you're overseas,
yeah, they don't claim you. Like they don't claim you no more.
you gotta go live with your uncle who's on that side of town.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
you
live
good,
here.
you good, fam.
If you wear that shirt going outside, you might not come back inside.
Matter of fact, lose my number. You can only text me on Christmas. That's it.
He can
I'll
pay
hit
for
you
your
up
lunch
on your
money.
birthday.
He can pay for
but
your
that's
lunch.
it. Right.
It's expensive to go to games sometimes. So overseas, it's a family affair. It's cheap.
Oh, wow.
They go,
They chant. They go
chant.
there, right.
They have cheers. They have the cheering
Well, that's
section. It's
cool.
like soccer games.
During
Because
my
that's the
first
one.
year
That's the
Europe, I
one
had
tough.
3
That
months.
I know I keep pausing a lot, but that's like one thing that's super tough with like, and not all, but like especially like good games like in sports in America is that if you want to go and take your family out to go to a basketball game, you got to have some type of money or you got to save up for it. It's not like you can just sporadically just be like, oh, we got a weekend off. Oh, let's go to a game. No, that's going to cost you, you know, at a cheap price in the nosebleeds, $50 a pop, you know, plus food and drinks and stuff like that. You got a family of 4, you're spending over $300, $300 to $400 after
that's
eating
why
and all
for
that.
the longest time, that's why for the longest time, baseball was the better ticket to buy, regardless if you like the game or not. If you want to go out to a
It's
sporting
just it
event,
was cheaper.
go to baseball. Go to
Yeah, and
baseball.
it
Even
still
still
is like
now,
that. It's
baseball
still
is still
now, yeah.
technically cheaper than basketball and football. Even if you don't like it, just go. You'll have a good time.
Oh
You'll
yeah,
meet
well,
people, you'll have a great time.
And we was playing a team that we needed to win that game. It was important a game for us. Anyway, we end up losing the game, and I hear my head coach from the bench just yell out, "Fight!" I'm looking around. This nigga fight, and I just see all my team, all the Croatian players, just go start hitting other teams. Boom, boom, boom. I mean,
What?
me and my other American teammate, because at that time we gonna have 2 foreigners.
Yeah.
So
The limit.
we looking like, yo, what the fuck is going on in here? What's happening? Like, I mean, it's an all-out brawl between the teams.
What the
Us
heck, bro?
and the other Americans, we was just looking like in shock.
Right.
What is going on? These niggas really fighting.
Right, yeah. And it ain't like it's not like America where they can just stop it. They gonna let you
No,
brawl for a little bit.
no.
Yeah, let you
Like
brawl.
some blood.
Yeah, it's life or death out there. I was just like, yo, this shit out here is crazy.
Yeah.
But it make you appreciate Europe, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like I really enjoy this.
I don't know what it is, bro. It's like when a bull see red. When I see green, it's like it's just ingrained to me now. So I'll talk about it from your side, bro.
I mean, for me, like, okay, I mean, I came up playing rivalries, you know, with the Duke, Maryland whole thing, or, you know, being in San Antonio with Dallas and Houston. You know, you got those matchups where you have, like, rivalries, and being in Benner playing against Galatasaray, that rivalry was crazy.
Yeah.
Partizan and Red Star got a crazy rivalry. At the time I was a Partizan, Red Star wasn't as good, so the rivalry wasn't so strong. But coming into Panathinaikos and Olympiacos, you know, I always heard about it, but I never knew about it. You don't understand it until you actually get it. Like, it just feels like you're in a lion's den. You know, like in both ends, when you're the home team and when you're the away team, like it's hot in that, you know, between the fans. Like he was saying earlier on the way to the game, like they shut down roads. You got police officers, you know, riot police. They're standing on the side of the road like every 100 feet.
Yeah.
Just boom, 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 boom. Just so like fans can't try no dumb mess on the buses. You got the security buses riding on both sides. So
That's crazy.
Jeez.
You know, it's crazy. It's that serious. The whole city shut down when these games come up. Everything is petty. If Olympiacos sign 2 players and then they go in the media and start saying like, "Oh, we signed 2 players," what Panathinaikos do?
Sign 2 players.
Sign 2 players.
Could one up the next. So like it's between.
I like it called petty.
You know, it's
Like,
bigger.
petty.
It's bigger than basketball. It's not just, you know, it's bigger than sports. It's like it's something between the 2 teams. There's families, I guess, go, but like it trickles down to the fans. You know, if you drive down Athens, you drive down that Main Street, Confetti Avenue, you can drive from one side to the other, and on one side you see spray paint green. Once you get to a certain midpoint, you know, in Athens, once you hit that Kolonaki area, you get past Kolonaki, you start heading down, all that spray paint start turning red. Or if you do see any green spray paint, it's X'd out.
It's X'd out.
It's X'd out.
That's fine.
It's like,
That's fine.
it was low key. Like, it's like, oh, that fans really be beefing. Like, people die over this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being in clubs sometimes, and I remember getting rolled up on by some Olympiacos fans. This was one of the dopest moments that I remember. I got rolled up on some Olympiacos fans in the club one night. They was like, "Yeah, we got you one-on-one." Basically, it was like 5 of them, 4 or 5 of them. I'm like in the club, like, damn, I'm by myself. Like, I ain't with nobody that I know from the team. Like, but if it's one of those moments, fuck it, it's one of those moments. I'm gonna have to get with it. Like, I'm gonna catch 2 of y'all for sure. That moment where I'm like, all right, by the signs over in the floor, they stand in front of me. Like 3 Panathinaikos fans come up on the side of me. And they start speaking Greek stuff. Oh my God, this one like that. I'm sitting here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
They showed up.
They like, all right, so ain't nothing gonna happen right here. So I'm like, all right, so yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's my spot. I can come here. I can come here.
It was like that.
That's hella cool.
You know, it's really like that. They beef out there.
That would not happen
the whole
here.
city started.
No.
That
would not happen here.
You know, if you lose that game, it's like losing. You lost a family member or something. You know, it's like a funeral.
Yeah, you can't go outside the next day. It's like people looking at you like,
jeez.
Man, we lost y'all one time, man. We got cussed out so bad. The president was like, man, I got people calling me talking about I missed my daughter's birthday to watch this game.
Damn.
You tripping. You might have had to catch the stat line on the phone, bro. It's serious, bro. These fans out here, it's like they love basketball more than we do. They just can't play it.
Yeah, super
So they want us to play it for them. And that's where it comes from.
Yo, that was a slick diss right there, bro.
Yeah.
My boy said they love basketball more than we do. They just can't play it. That's a whole. How you gonna say that, bro? It's terrible.
But I mean, but it's true. It's like we're not like I'm 5'7". You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Regardless of how big I can be, I can play football at the junior college level, but there's no way I was going to the pros. That's not going to
Right.
happen. I'm not tall enough.
Yeah, yeah. I
so
feel you.
it's like, yeah, we love the sport, but we do cheer our own because y'all can play it and we can't. So it is this, but not 100% of this. You know what I'm saying?
No, right,
'Cause
right.
It's truth behind it. It's truth behind it.
A little bit, a little bit.
But that whole video is crazy. I'm glad ran across that video. That was a good watch. That was a good one.
Man, just the player's perspective, it's just different. And then I like the players that were like involved in it, and then like especially the Candace Parker conversation with guys that are legend of the game that would never go out of country to go play. You know, they ain't gonna go, and they're just sitting here like, what? Like they're so away from it, didn't even realize, and it was going on during their days. Just had no idea, and they're just sitting there like, your boy, what?
No, your GP.
Just trying to grab his thoughts, bro.
It makes you think. I wonder at that moment, did those two NBA players realize what the WNBA players have to go through just to make ends meet? Because most of them go play overseas.
Yeah, no,
most of them because they don't make enough in the WNBA in the stateside, so they go overseas to make the actual money to take care of their families.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, I wonder for them if they like, damn, they really got to go through that just to be on our level,
right?
You know,
Crazy.
which is crappy.
But that was definitely a good one. I'm glad you found that one, and I hope all of you enjoyed watching as much as we enjoyed it. But let us know, what is the craziest club, team, city, state, country, whatever it is. Let us know who's the craziest and wildest stadium or team that you've ever been a part of or ever experienced. Let us know. I need to know. We're getting a lot
Definitely
of Greek because right
know.
now I think Greek is winning because I've heard Greek way too many times. Is this someone wilder? I need to know.
Let us know, which one you think is worse or craziest. I won't say worse, that's the wrong word. But also, if you have gone to the games yourself, tell us some of your experiences. We want to know the craziest thing that you've seen or you've done. We might even do a live stream and actually talk about those videos. Talk about those events.
Oh man,
because it might make for some good conversation.
Down low, we have an Instagram, we have our Discord, we have Twitter. Find us on there.
Yes.
Send us some pictures, send us some videos, and with your permission, we'll share some of those and we'll do a reaction to some of those clips. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. I would love to do that, especially get it from you guys' point of view, because you guys tell us, so we have no idea. This was a great peek into that side as well. But thank you guys for checking out the video. We got anything else, brother?
That's it, man. Take us out of here.
My name is Nonpfixion. It's my co-host Zach. This is Real Fan Sports, and this was a very crazy, in-depth look into the NBA player from America to the European basketball player, and it was a great view, a great watch. If you're new to the channel, be true to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, there's one notification bell, and don't forget, if you like the video, then like the video. Appreciate you, love you. Catch you on the next one. Cheers. Peace out, y'all. Peace out.